Hi friends, I hope you had a really good week and are ready for our next story time in our virtual library. Last week we read all about those funny animals. Have you seen lots of animals on your walks? Around my house, sometimes I can see squirrels, chipmunks, and birds. Sometimes at night I can see groundhogs walking around looking for food. Sometimes I can even smell a skunk. How about you? So, in our Hess Street virtual library, we are on a book journey, reading 10 books from the Forest of Reading, written by Canadian authors. I am thrilled that we have so many great authors here in Canada, and I'm grateful that we have been on this reading adventure together these last 9 or 10 weeks. The 10 books we are sharing are part of the Blue Spruce category of the Forest of Reading 2020. These are books that have been chosen especially to read with young students. If you have loved these books, like I have, when we go back to Hess, you will be able to borrow the books from the Hess Street School Library. When we have finished reading all of the 10 books, you will pick your favorite. You will vote for the book you think is the best. And we will then add up all the votes to find out which book is the favorite book at Hess Street School. Here are the covers of all 10 books. Aren't the covers interesting? Hasn't this been a great adventure? I have really enjoyed sharing these 10 great Canadian books with all of you. Do you think that your favorite book will be the same as mine? Do you think you know which book is my favorite book? Do you think your favorite book will be the same as your friends? Or do you think your book will be the favorite in your class? Or how about, do you think your favorite book is going to be the favorite book at Hess Street School? We'll know next week. We will see when we finished all of the 10 books. Last week's book was Sloth at the Zoo by Alain Becker. Sloth doesn't have any friends until the sloth meets a creature who is a little more her speed, and everyone stops to notice. We have already read Emma's Gems by Anne Renaud, where Emma learned from her grandpa how important it is to be generous in her life. Giraffe and Bird Together Again by Rebecca Bender. Giraffe doesn't hesitate to find and rescue his friend Bird. The Magic Boat by Kit Pearson and Catherine Ferris. With help from Piper, Ellie discovers she has her own vivid imagination. Me, Toma, and the Concrete Garden by Andrew Larson. Vincent and Toma throw dirt balls around a vacant lot, but a beautiful garden grows. Mustafa, written by Marie-Louise Gay. Mustafa moves to a new country and feels invisible, but after a while, he begins to become part of his new world. A Plan for Pops by Heather Smith. When Pops gets hurt, using skills learned from Granddad and with a little help from their neighbors, Lou comes up with a plan for Pops. The Reptile Club by Maureen Fergus. When Rory starts a club, he is surprised at who arrived at the first meeting. Sleep Sheep by Carrie Lynn Sparrow. Duncan doesn't want to go to sleep, and he starts counting sheep to help. This week is the last week, so our 10th book is called That's Not Hockey by André Poulain, illustrated by Felix Girard. Young Jacques Plante's way of playing hockey may look different from everyone else's. Instead of a puck, he uses a tennis ball, and his shin pads are made out of potato sacks and wooden slats. But that's not going to stop him. He loves the game. Jacques is drafted by the Montreal Canadiens in his mid-20s. Fans love the unstoppable goalie as he leads his team to one victory after another. But there's a price to pay. Pucks to the face result in a broken jaw, broken cheekbones, multiple stitches, and even a skull fracture. One day, Jacques has had enough. He goes on the ice wearing a fiberglass mask. The coach warns him to take it off. Finally, at a game against the New York Rangers, when yet another puck hits Jacques square in the face, he puts his foot down. He will not continue to play unless he's allowed to wear a mask. Young hockey fans will enjoy this story of Jacques Plante, whose determination and love of the game brought about a revolutionary change to how it is played. The author is the person who writes the story in the book. André Poulain is the author and has published more than 50 children's books for all ages, most of them in French, but a few in English. She won the Silver Birch Express Award for her novel, The Biggest Poutine in the World. Her stories are sometimes funny, sometimes sad. Her books deal with friendship, empathy, and tolerance. André Poulain has a passion for reading, writing, chocolate cake, and swimming in lakes. The illustrator is the person who draws the pictures in the book. Felix Girard is a professional illustrator from Quebec City. Born in 1988 in a family of painters, Felix started drawing at an early age and learned painting by spending time in the family studio. He was published as an illustrator in Canada and Europe more than 20 times in many languages like French, English, Chinese, and Turkish, and has exhibited his work in hundreds of places around Canada and Europe. While you are enjoying the book, I would like you to think about, as a child, Jacques Plante doesn't have proper hockey equipment, but he keeps playing anyway. Why does he keep playing? When he doesn't have a hockey puck or a goalie stick or pads, what does he do? How would you describe Coach Blake? Why does Coach Blake not like Jacques' mask? What is he afraid of, do you think? We are very lucky because the author, André Poulain, is going to read the story That's Not Hockey to us on YouTube.
Hi, my name is André Poulain and I'm the author of this book called That's Not Hockey. The illustrator is Félix Girard and the book is published by Annick Press. It's the real story of a fabulous hockey goalie named Jacques Plante, and I'm happy to read it to you. That's not hockey. Jacques loves hockey. He plays it every day. But Jacques doesn't have a hockey puck, so he uses a tennis ball. Hey, that's not hockey. But this 3-year-old won't be stopped. Jacques doesn't have a goalie stick, so his dad makes him a stick out of a tree root. Hey, that's not hockey. But this 5-year-old won't be stopped. Jacques is thrilled by his first goalie pads. His dad made them out of potato sacks and wooden slats. Hey, that's not hockey. But this 7-year-old won't be stopped. At 15, Jacques plays goal for a factory team in Shawinigan, which is a small town in Quebec. He's very proud to earn 50 cents a game. At 21, his dream comes true. He's hired as a goalie for the Montreal Canadiens. Now that's hockey. Jacques Plante is quick and agile. Hockey fans call him Jake the Snake, but he plays like no other goalie. He leaves the crease to stop pucks. He passes the puck to his defenseman behind the net. Hey, that's not hockey. But Jacques won't be stopped. He loves reinventing the game. Jacques blocks thousands of pucks. He leads his team to victory, but his face suffers badly. Broken jawbone, broken right cheekbone, broken left cheekbone, broken nose 4 times, hairline fracture of the skull, more than 200 stitches for cuts to his face and head. Jacques knows hockey goalies often get hurt. He knows a slap shot to his eye could end his career, but he never complains. He learns to live with the fear and the pain. Until one day, enough injuries, enough pain. Jacques doesn't want another puck in the face. So next practice, he shows up wearing a face mask made of fiberglass, a goalie mask. Hey, that's not hockey. The team's coach, Toe Blake, is not happy. This mask is too heavy, too hot. You won't see the puck. You can't wear that thing in the game. Then, on a cold November night in 1959, hockey changes forever. Jacques is in net at Madison Square Garden, New York. A Ranger player winds up and blasts a hard shot. Bang! Jacques is hit square in the face. A gash runs from his nose to his mouth. His blood splatters the ice red. The goalie is rushed to the dressing room. The doctor sews up the gash. Despite the pain, Jacques wants to finish the game on one condition. I'm not playing without my mask, says Jacques. Coach Blake is furious, but no goalie means no game. Jacques fits the mask over his swollen nose and mouth. He gets back on the ice with his face covered. The other team is surprised and a bit scared. Hockey fans are outraged. The crowd boos the masked goalie. Hey, that's not hockey! But Jacques Plante won't be stopped. The Canadiens beat the Rangers 4-1. From then on, Jacques wears his mask at every game. Reporters, players, goaltenders, and crowds continue to tease him and taunt him. Hey, that's not hockey! But Jacques won't be bullied. With the mask on, he feels more confident, more daring. But most of all, he feels safer. And you can see what the people are saying in the crowd. Halloween is over. You look like a monster. Only cowards hide behind a mask. A fan asks him, "Are you scared to play without a mask?" The goalie replies, "If you jumped out of a plane without a parachute, would that make you brave?" The Canadiens keep on winning games. Jacques keeps wearing his mask. Little by little, hockey fans stopped teasing him. At the end of the season, the Canadiens win the Stanley Cup. And Jacques Plante has a new nickname, the Masked Marvel. He wore number 1 and he became number 1. Now that's hockey. Jacques Plante, an amazing goalie. Jacques Plante helped the Montreal Canadiens win 6 Stanley Cups. He also won 7 Vezina trophies for best goaltender. He died in 1986. In 1995, the Canadiens honored their famous goalie by retiring his jersey number forever. Helmets and face masks are now standard equipment in hockey. It all started with Jacques' brave defiance. His guts and smarts changed the face of hockey forever. Thank you for listening. If you're interested in doing fun activities around this book, just go to the Anik Press website, look for That's Not Hockey, and you'll find the activities sheet. And you'll find a mask, a hockey mask, that you can color yourself. Keep reading, keep safe. Goodbye.
That was a great story. I hope you enjoyed this story. I really enjoyed it because my son PJ plays hockey and he is a goalie. I always made sure he had safe equipment, but lots of times he would come off the ice to show me bumps and bruises from where he got hit from a puck or a stick. I am glad Jacques Plante refused to play hockey without a goalie mask. Let's talk about what we learned. Many people, reporters, fans, and other players tease and criticize Jacques Plante. Why do you think they do that? Why doesn't Jacques listen to them? Have you ever done something that felt good or right and then been teased for doing it? Or have you ever been laughed at or made fun of someone for doing something different? Why? Jacques plays hockey from an early age and continues to play into adulthood. Can you think of any hobbies or sports that you enjoy as much as Jacques loves hockey? This is a picture of PJ's first goalie mask. He was 8 years old. In what ways does Jacques Plante's courage and determination change the way that hockey is played? In the story, we learn that wearing his mask makes Jacques feel more confident, daring, and safer. Why do you think wearing his mask helped Jacques to feel that way? This is like the face mask that Jacques Plante wore. Later, goalies started wearing helmets to protect their heads as well as their faces. Thanks to Jacques Plante, hockey masks are now mandatory for all goaltenders and other players. In the late 1960s, goalie Jerry Cheevers started drawing stitch marks on his mask every time he was hit to symbolize where Cheevers would have needed stitches if he hadn't been wearing a mask. Soon his mask was the most recognizable one in the NHL. This is PJ's goalie mask that he still uses today. Watch a short film about Jacques Plante's place in sports history.
Here we go.
You can't do this, Jacques. It's never been done before.
Mr. Blake.
You can't see down with that thing.
Mr. Blake.
Jacques, what?
They're coming.
Hold them up. Find something. Jacques, I'm telling you for the last time.
Are the Canadians finished?
Is Plant coming back on the ice?
Come on, give us something, will you?
Please, how many stitches?
Gentlemen, please.
Hey, Tommy, that's not the
On November 1st, 1959, Jacques Plant of the Montreal Canadiens broke with tradition
You're a brave man, Mr. Plant, standing up to him like that.
and changed the face of hockey forever.
I challenge you to design a goalie mask or helmet for a goalie for your favorite team. Take a picture and then share it with all your friends in your class. Well, everyone, that is our work for the week from the Hess Street Virtual Library. I have loved being with you again, and I hope you enjoyed our story and our follow-up activity. We have now finished all 10 books, and next week we will review them and then vote for your favorite. Have you chosen your favorite? I think I have. Have an awesome week. Stay safe, be happy, and enjoy reading lots of books.